Yeah, fat. We back, man. Welcome back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back,
Welcome
welcome
back,
back.
man. We live. This yet another episode of No Excuses, man.
You feel me?
Cat. Cat. Tell the good folks at home what to do, man.
Man, like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Hit the post notifications so you know we post. Go follow the page, the Facebook page, No Excuses. And keep running this up, man. Hey, keep supporting.
And real time, another thing I want to add to that, right? Because, said make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. We appreciate that. If you watching on Facebook, be sure you like the Facebook page, follow us on Facebook. But also, leave a comment. Get in the comments.
Yeah, get in the comments, man, for real.
Leave a comment, man. Get in the comment. Let us know what you think. But man, you know one thing about it, man. We come here, man. We don't like to waste nobody's time. We like to get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? We like to get straight to it, man. The NBA Finals officially tip off tomorrow, man. As we had the Indiana Pacers knocked off the Knicks this past Saturday in Game 6. The Pacers won by 17 points. So our finals is set, man. It's the Oklahoma City Thunder hosting the Indiana Pacers. OKC got home court. As we all know, they had the best record in the NBA this year, going 68-14. So,
Yep.
man, give me right now, man. Tell me your finals prediction. And as real talk, man, we always got down, saying fuck around when we be saying this, but I'm asking seriously. NBA Finals, Thunder versus Pacers. Who wins it and why?
Um, Nigga stupid. I got the Thunder winning in 5, man. I just think that, man, the Thunder just have uh a team that's hungrier. I think they deeper. I think they just got the overall better players. Um, I think that they play at that high tempo pace that they play at. They look like a college team playing in the pros. Um, Defensively, they're very gritty on defense. You can hardly put the ball down around them. Everybody around the ball, not only on defense, offense, they good offense too. They score at a very high pace too. Um, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP, the reigning MVP. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so. He's averaged 30 points a game this year. I think in this playoffs, he done had like 12 or 13 30-point games. He just been playing at a level that a lot of people that haven't played like this in a while, man. Like the stuff that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander doing, man, the mid range pull up, you know what I'm saying? Now he ain't like your typical just come down the court and shoot threes. He actually get to his spots and pull up. Like it's just a beautiful thing to watch, man. It's smooth, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, man, I like the Thunder. Like I say, the Pacers, I'm not taking nothing away from them. The Pacers are here for a reason, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that the Pacers, um, on this state playing the Thunder, I don't think they've seen the team this good. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking the Knicks, but I don't think the Knicks had the bench to be able to match up, with either of these teams that's left. So, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't crazy about the coach, you know what I'm saying, with the Knicks coach. I called that he was gonna get fired or whatever. But just as far as the Pacers go, I know they playing the underdog card, you know what I'm saying, which that can factor into this, you know what I'm saying. They can play with that chip on their shoulder. But I still think that the Thunder just an overwhelmingly better team, man. Um I think that Dort, he underrated. He's very underrated. He a hound on defense. You got, Caruso that's been a hound on defense. He contributed into them the championship that the Lakers won in 2020. So, he a champion. He know what it takes to actually, get to the next level to win the championship. He know what it feel like. So, man, all that playing the factor into it, man. I just think the Thunder is just a hungrier team this year. They've been the best team in basketball all season. They won 68 games for a reason. When you watch them play, in a lot of these games, they're dominating teams. Like the games don't even be close. Like if you go back and look at the regular season, they was beating teams by 20 and 30 in damn near all the games they played in. Like these games don't even be like watchable damn near. So I can't see when they got past Denver. The only test I need to see was them in Denver, and for Joker to take that team to 7 games, they just show you how good he is. Because that team is loaded. Like this Thunder team is absolutely loaded. So I just don't think the Pacers gonna have enough to be able to counter a lot of things that the Thunder can do. But I think the Thunder can counter everything the Pacers do. Like the Pacers can score at a very high rate, but so can the Thunder, and the Thunder can defend at a very high level. So I think some of them high level baskets that that the Pacers able to play in, like that high powered offense, I think it can be neutralized by the Thunder. So yeah, man, give me the Thunder. I like the Thunder in 5, man. I like the Thunder in this series.
So your your final prediction is the Thunder in 5.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm trying to look at this, and man, I would like to be the contrarian. I would like to be the person that stand on the unpopular side, the person that go against the grain. I want to be the person that picked the Pacers just for the sake of entertainment, right?
Yeah.
I see absolutely no path or no way the Indiana Pacers win this series.
Yeah.
I think this as big a mismatch as I can imagine. I'll be honest, I think this as big a mismatch in these. This a bigger mismatch in these finals than the one we had when it was Denver versus Miami Heat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Oklahoma City is absolutely on another level from Indiana. I will say this. I got the Thunder winning the series. I'll be honest, man, because I don't want to have the same exact prediction as you, because I would have probably said Oklahoma City in 5 as well. So since I don't want to go Oklahoma City in 5, what I will say is I'm leaning more towards this being a sweep than it going 7 games.
Yeah.
Like if I had to pick a sweep or 7, I would probably pick the sweep.
Yeah.
But man, me being the person that I am, man, I don't watch a lot of baseball on TV. So whenever the finals is over with, this is the last bit of sports we really got till football season finally start. SGA, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, man, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Sam Preston, the way he put this roster together, man. I think it's gonna be extremely difficult for Indiana to beat them 4 times. Because I'm be honest, I think tomorrow night the game 1 gonna be. I think you're gonna see a blizzard tomorrow.
Yeah.
I do. I think the Thunder, pun intended, gonna hit hard tomorrow. I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only way Indiana make this a series if they can steal game 1 or 2. If they go down 2-0, they're not beating them 4 out of 5 times.
No.
It's not happening. The only way
Yeah.
Indiana has a chance to steal this series, they have to win one of the first 2 games. It's going to be extremely difficult, man, because the Thunder are elite defensively.
Yeah.
They're elite offensively. With Shea's ability to control the game from the middle of the floor, shooting the mid-range jumper, they're pretty damn good in the half-court offense. They can run transition with anybody. They defend at a high level. They have multiple bodies to throw at Tyrese Halliburton. They could throw a
Yeah.
Lou Dort. They could throw a J Dub. They could throw a Alex
Yeah.
Caruso. They could throw a SGA. They have more they can throw at SGA than I believe they have more they can throw at Tyrese Halliburton, pardon me, than I believe that Indiana has to throw at SGA. I think that wears Halliburton down. What I will say about Indiana is, though, offensively, they played pretty damn good all playoffs. And they went against a good defensive team as good as Oklahoma City, obviously, but they can shoot it pretty well, man. Pascal Siakam playing at a high level. Tyrese Halliburton can get everybody involved. I like Neesmith. I like Nembhard. I think, pay attention to this throughout this series. What can help Indiana keep this series interesting? Because for a lopsided, we like to talk about a sporting event. Remember, it always start off 0-0.
Yeah.
If Miles Turner can win that matchup with Chet, that would give them a shot. The problem is, Miles Turner, I watched him. They won the series. Karl-Anthony Towns low-key got his.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess what? I'm not saying that Chet Holmgren is a better player than Karl-Anthony Towns. Because right now, I don't know if I believe that to be true. What I am saying is this. The combination of SGA and J Dub with Chet, Chet will be able to do what he want to do to Miles Turner offensively.
Yeah.
Like real talk, that can you hear? I'm coming around to being a Chet guy.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
man, I told you. I've been told you about Chet.
I think the matchup. For me, it feels like a bad matchup for Indiana. I will say I do think Indiana's offense versus Oklahoma City's defense could be cinematic. If we get the best of both worlds, we'll see. I'm not one of the people, man, that's all just gonna have to go be low ratings because I don't work for Disney or ESPN or the NBA. I can give a fuck about the ratings, to be honest. I don't care about that. But if to make my official prediction, man, give me Oklahoma City. Give me Oklahoma City to win in the 6 games. And the only reason I'm saying 6 games, I think Indiana has shown they've shown me they can get hot enough from 3. They can shoot themselves to 1 victory, and I think they get 1 at home just off their home crowd. I do think this series gets to a game 6, and I think the Thunder close them out in Indiana in a game 6. I'm gonna give it 6. Truth be told, that's really my heart because my brain really said either a sweep or 5, but I'm stretching it to 6 because I want this series to last as long as possible. Because after this fact, for a fact, sports in our world is kind of dry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's when we start talking football. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
for sure.
So I want to ask you this. Let's say hypothetically, the Thunder win this series. He already won MVP. Regular season MVP this year. I think he won the scoring title this year too. If they win this series, I'm assuming SGA gonna be the Finals MVP. I'm assuming that.
Yeah.
Does SGA become the official best player in the world if the Oklahoma City Thunder win this series?
No. I think he got a better team than Joker than being the better player. Like, I seen Joker, man. Like, Joker's still doing what he's supposed to do. I just don't think that this Denver team is up to par as they was a couple years back. But I would still give that title to Joker. SGA, you know what I'm saying? I would put him at 2, right behind Joker, of course. I would put him behind him. But I just think I'm not really a recency bias guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really base it off just the fact that he just won a championship and the MVP and, that, and just put him there just because of that. Like, I didn't see, Joker do that plus more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not a recency bias type of guy. So me being like knowing basketball and actually like knowing it's more than basketball than just being able to like score and all that other stuff that come into it. Like Joker do everything, man. So it's hard for me to say that SGA like just a playing out pure better basketball player. Because if we say he the best in the world, you got to compare him to Joker, because that's who I think the best player in the world is. So that's why I'm bringing Joker into it. But
Okay, time
SGA,
out. Stop right up. Stop. I wanna. Let's make this a little more compelling, right? Okay.
yeah, yeah,
So he don't pass Joker. Cool.
no, not to me, not to me.
It does he go in front of Giannis?
For the time being, yes,
Does he
because
go in
Joker,
front of Luca?
yeah, he go in front of Luka, yeah,
Does he go in front of a Jason Tatum or Anthony Edwards?
definitely,
Okay. So the only
yeah.
person you have above him would be Jokic.
And the reason why with Jokic, and it's funny you say Giannis. I was on Giannis. The reason I would say SGA, because he is just a little bit more. His is more recent than Giannis. Giannis is like 3 or 4 years removed from a championship and the Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what he gonna be playing at this offseason. You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
it's a lot of stuff that we don't really know what Giannis' future gonna hold right now. So I would put him, and Giannis to SGA, that's a conversation. Like, there's definitely a conversation, you know what I'm saying? But I would put him like I said, I put him right up on the Joker. I still think Joker is the best player in the world. Like, me having basketball smarts and knowing niggas that watch basketball know. Like, if you a basketball connoisseur, if you watch basketball, bro. Like, Joker the best player in the world. But SGA, he on the better team. I understand people gonna go off of that and him winning the MVP because it's a lot of recency bias in sports these days. So they gonna base it off what recently happened. So I can see them trying to do that, but I think Joker still gonna be the best player in the world. No, not the SGA. I have him at 2 though. I definitely have him at 2.
For me right now, and man, they already say that, you know what I'm saying, we agree, you know what I'm saying, on a lot of we agree on a lot of topics. But I mean, at the same time, man, I just think that's natural because we dead ass brothers. So
Yeah,
I think people could watch and listen to this show and think that we do this as like some kind of act or something. But I
yeah,
promise you, man, it's not that, because we actually do have things that we disagree about too. But
yeah,
in this one in particular, I would still have Joker at 1-2. But what I will say is this: let me see this finals and how well SGA plays in this finals for me to go, okay, how big is the gap between Joker and SGA now?
yeah, yeah,
Because I have to be fair. That's a scoring title, a regular season MVP, a finals MVP, and he put Joker out the playoffs.
yeah,
And let's call it what it is. We can look at it now in 2020 hindsight, maybe at the end of the season, and go, okay, we see how it played out, this, that, and the fourth, X, Y, Z. Fact, going into that series with Denver and Oklahoma City, we picked Denver.
yeah,
Like, real
yeah.
talk, make no mistake about it.
But I don't
Oklahoma
think that was a
City, as
bad
we
pick.
see it currently, is not some super team.
Yeah, I don't think that was a
You
bad
know,
pick for us
that's
to
not a
pick.
super team.
Yeah, but I
So,
don't think it was a bad pick for us to pick the Nuggets because
no,
Joker,
it
yeah,
was 7 games.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
It's not a
it was
bad pick.
7 games.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
my point of saying that is while I agree SGA has the better team, I think that much is clear. I'm not gonna sit up here and make like I watched the two teams play against each other and the Thunder was just way better than them.
yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like I like the problem with me is I think Denver's roster just slowly and kind of fell off. I think
yeah,
A low key starting to catch up with that roster. Oklahoma City a little more youthful, but right now, I have SGA solidly at number 2. And
yeah,
I'm a Giannis guy. I got SGA
yeah,
solidly at number 2 right now. Giannis got to update their resume, man. That's back-to-back first-round playoff exits. To kind of feel like that ring was a long time ago now.
Yeah.
Man, that's how sports work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's how sports work. We can call it
Yeah.
recency bias all we want, but at the end of the day, we live in a sports world of what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
And real talk, if SGA win this finals MVP, I think next year, Jokic starts the season off as the best player in the world. That much for me. I'm not debating about that. What starts to become a conversation if by the end of next year, if SGA took that throne.
Yeah.
Because it's very well in play at that point.
Yeah.
It's very much in play at that point. If they win this one, go on another run, all right, fam.
Yeah.
Like I think that's fair. But right now, currently, I wouldn't put him over Joker, but I'm not gonna be mad at somebody that does. In fact, I guarantee you, there's gonna be people out there that's gonna do it.
Yeah. I ain't ready to go that far.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily egregious, given you running off the adrenaline, this recency bias that just happened. He just had one of the greatest seasons for a guard in the history of the NBA, and that's what he currently having right now. SJ on another level right now, man.
Yeah.
He on another level right now, man. Dead ass. Yeah. He one of the people, fam, that when I watch him, he makes basketball look way easier than it's supposed to look. Are you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he don't play nothing like Kevin Durant, obviously. Like they styles of, I don't know. KD should want to be a range jumpers now, but not younger Durant. Anyway, nonetheless. When I watch KD makes basketball to me look easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But speaking of Kevin Durant, while we transition into yet another topic.
Yeah.
Should the Minnesota Timberwolves trade for Kevin Durant to help get them over the hump? They have been the back-to-back Western Conference Finals. Pretty much got smoked in both of them. The first one by Dallas, this one by Oklahoma City. Can Kevin Durant help them get over the hump?
I don't know what they would have to give up, because if I can get rid of Rudy, I get rid of Rudy, but I don't want to get rid of Naj Reid, man, because I like Naj Reid. And I like the other dude too, man. The other defender. What's his name? McDaniels. I like Jay McDaniels too. So
right.
It depends on what they give up, man. Like, would I like to see a KD and Ant, you know what I'm saying, together? Yeah, I would like to see it, you know what I'm saying, just because Ant Edwards is like, that's his favorite player of all time. He said that. So just off this, I think that's some cool shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Him playing with his favorite player and shit like that. It'll be a cool story and shit. But I don't know what they would have to get rid of to acquire Kevin Durant. Like, at the age that Kevin Durant is now, I wouldn't gut my team to get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't gut your whole team and your bench assets to get him right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kevin Durant still can hoop. He's still averaging 26, 27 points a game. But you probably got, you know what I'm saying, only 2 or 3 years of that left. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to just gut your team and take that chance like that. But if it happens, you know what I'm saying, if KD do go to Minnesota, it'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it still make them a contender. I'm not gonna say that I think they are finals, like they can go to the finals, because you still got OKC to worry about. You still got Denver. You still got, you know, a Houston Rockets team that was, you know, a 2 seed going into the playoffs. So they let you know they coming around. The West is hard, man. It's tough sled in the West. So I don't know what they would have to get rid of, you know what I'm saying, assets that they would have to like get rid of to get Kevin Durant. Would I like to see it? Yes. But I don't necessarily, you know, will go all in and just gut my team for a 37-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Fit to be 37-year-old this coming season. So, but if it's a package, If it's like a trade with that, Rudy Gobert gotta go. Now I trade him straight up Rudy Gobert for Durant. I do that. I do that any day. Like if it's just that, nigga, I do that with some picks and shit. I do that with Rudy Gobert now. His ass can go. But like with Nas, see that's what I'm saying. With Nas Reed, you add him, and you know what I'm saying. They would probably have to get rid of Randall too, right?
I would imagine so.
I don't think that's bad. Them getting rid of Randall. You know what I'm saying? KD and
I don't
Randall.
think so either.
I don't think so either. KD and Randall. That's not a bad trade. Like nigga, you getting a better scorer. You getting a better two option. So I don't think it's bad. You know what I'm saying? If Minnesota, I mean, you could try it, but I don't know. Like I say, what your depth gonna look like? What your bench gonna look like? Like in this league, man, you gotta have a bench, man. In the playoffs, you gotta have a bench. Like the Thunder, then they showing you that. Like you gotta have some depth, man. Like stars matter too, but you gotta have some depth, man, to be able to compete in the long run. Like whenever the season, like when it gets serious. Like in the regular season, it's cool, but when the games slow down and you need the extra body, them extra bodies to come in and be helpful for you, and you know be able to defend at a high level and score the points that you need to score. Man, you need depth, man. You definitely need depth in this league. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of in the middle with it. I don't know. I really don't know.
Man, I thought about this question, man, early this morning. And I've been trying to come up with the answer for it all day, man. I bullshit you not, fat. For the
Yeah,
audience, I've been trying to think of the answer for this question all day long, right? Should
yeah.
Minnesota trade for Kevin Durant? I got an answer for that question. The answer to that question is sure. Yes. I'm with you. I don't know what the package looks like to give up to get
That's
him.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's my first cause for concern. My second one is I really hate the way Kevin Durant's career is ending.
Yeah,
And what do I mean by that? Kevin Durant is one of the 15 to 20 greatest NBA players of all time. Fat, I
yeah.
bullshit you not. I follow a page on Twitter called Throwback Hoops.
Okay.
It showed the other day. It showed highlights of Kevin Durant in Game 1, 2012 NBA Finals against the Heat. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
I tweeted it. I said, "Do not let these people that say that Kevin Durant took the easy way out fool you. This nigga was a bad motherfucker in his prime."
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
That Kevin Durant.
yeah,
I remember. That's why I can't. I get it. If Shea win the ring, if SGA win a ring, man, you know what I'm saying? I understand that. It's gonna be hard for me to say he's the greatest Thunder ever. Technically, are we supposed to? Probably, because he delivered
yeah,
the ship and KD did. I remember watching prime Kevin Durant.
yeah,
As much as
yeah,
I like SGA,
yeah,
he won that.
yeah. Nah, he wasn't that.
Not that.
Nah, not that.
Not
Nah,
that. I remember
no.
prime
Yeah,
KD is one of the greatest this game has ever seen.
yeah, yeah,
Guess what? SGA in his prime now. We'll see how SGA ends it, right?
yeah.
I say all that to say that what's Kevin Durant? What's different between Kevin Durant being with Anthony Edwards than Kevin Durant being with Devin Booker?
I don't see that much of a difference.
What's different with Kevin Durant being with Anthony Edwards than Kevin Durant being with Kyrie Irving or James Harden? So
But
I say all that to say, adding Kevin Durant now is not exactly translating in postseason success and getting over the hump. Other than that's Kevin Durant's fault, to be honest. Because when you
yeah,
look at Phoenix roster, it's just KD and Booker and some bullshit around it. So I'm not saying it's Kevin Durant's fault. What I'm saying is it's going to cost so much to get Kevin Durant. What quality players can you put around him and Anthony Edwards? You see what I'm
that's what
saying?
I'm
I'm agreeing
saying.
with your point on that.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
my thing
That's what I'm
is,
saying. Yeah,
should they make the trade? Sure. I'm not sure
Sure,
it
yeah.
necessarily helps anything. Personally, I like KD more or less going to the New York Knicks than I do going to the Timberwolves, but that's
Yeah.
a different story.
Yeah.
I want to see Kevin Durant leave Phoenix for damn sure because
Oh
the
yeah.
NBA
Yeah.
playoffs miss Kevin Durant. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just not sure what exactly a trade package for KD looks like. And if you're Minnesota, is the limit gonna be worth the squeeze?
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
with you, Kevin Durant is what 36, 37?
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, so let's call it he's an aging player.
Yeah.
He injury prone himself.
Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure KD is
He got
worth
some
giving
bag.
up the King's ransom for. Fan, I
Yeah.
think people look at what happened when KD went to Golden State like that was the normal. That was commonality. And that's not how
Yeah.
this works, right?
Yeah.
KD went to Golden State as a free agent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all Golden State had to do was they paid him a big deal. They had to cut the bench a little bit, but they really gave up just Harrison Barnes to get
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. And guess
Yeah.
what? In fact, at the time, Golden State, when you had Steph, when you had KD, you had Clay, you had Draymond, you had Andre Iguodala. At the time, in fact, Golden State was so deep that the starting five was so strong, excuse me, that they necessarily weren't worried about having the bench depth because at any given time, two of those four players was always on the court.
Yeah. Exactly.
But out of Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Kevin Durant, at that time, two of those four players was always on the court.
Yeah.
Golden State
Yeah.
weren't worried about no bench. That's what they got Kevin Durant for.
Yeah.
So so I think people look at what happened with KD going to Golden State and they think that's normal. Normally, to acquire a player like Kevin Durant, you got to gut a lot of key pieces on the
Yeah.
team to get him to come there.
Yeah.
Like real talk, KD ain't coming to play basketball for free. You got to pay him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
man, but real talk, I would like to see KD play with Ant because I did see an interview. Ant was talking about KD was his favorite player. I would like for Kevin Durant just to get somewhere to a contender, man, Minnesota, New York, just somewhere else. I think this Phoenix thing to play it out, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure it puts Minnesota over the hump. I still don't put them over Oklahoma City. I can never count out Denver. You got to assume that eventually Denver gonna make some kind of move. The Lakers gonna get a big man. We'll see what the Lakers look like. Hell, like you said with Houston was just a 2 seed this year. Expect them to be better. They were young. They'll be better next year.
Yeah.
You never know what Golden State are doing all season. So I still think the West is very much gonna be tough. All roads are gonna lead to Oklahoma City.
Yeah. I
But
see
to
you
answer
one
the
when they
question,
said
should
Durant.
they trade for Kevin Durant? Yes. Is they gonna help
Yeah.
them get over the hump? Not so sure.
Yeah.
Not so sure.
I
I
see
hate to
some.
say that, man, about Durant because me admiring Durant's game the way that I do, I have to be objective and go, okay, right now, and real talk, man, the history tracks.
Yeah.
Phoenix was closer to a title with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. They actually got to a final than they have been with Booker and KD.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's not. Once again, this is not a shot at Durant. It's just we have to be objective at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think adding Durant to Minnesota puts them over the hump the way that people think it does. I think it just makes it more interesting to talk about. And in fact, what we're doing right now, we're podcasting. I like to have interesting stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's just me with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just something entertaining to talk about. I see a scenario of him going to the Spurs. Like I just been seeing all type of different trade scenarios. You know how it is in the off season. You know what I'm saying? You get two, players like KD and Giannis, and they gonna have all type of different scenarios where they can go and shit like that. I just been interested by just watching and seeing other people take on this, see, where they think they'll land and how to fit and all that shit. I just think it's cool to talk about.
Right, pretty much.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing more fun to talk about in the NBA all season than the hypothetical trades.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just
That's
fun
the
to talk
fun
about.
thing you want to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact,
That's
just
it.
call it what it is. You talk about the hypothetical trade, more than you do the team after the actual trade happens.
Yeah, yeah,
It's more
definitely.
interesting before it happens.
Yeah, yeah. But
So, man, that's
realistically, what
all I
you think
got
he
in
go?
NBA today, man.
You heard me? Hey,
Yes, sir.
realistically though, where you think? Where you think he gonna go? Realistically,
Uh, I think New York is a viable option.
okay.
I think the Knicks are a viable option with them. They just got rid of Tom Thibodeau. I think Karl-Anthony Towns is now. I won't be shocked if he end up traded. I don't think he's gonna get traded, but I won't be shocked. I can see something. I can see the Suns wanting the team Devin Booker back up with his college team at Karl-Anthony Towns in Phoenix. Durant won't out of Phoenix. I can see something happening. A Karl-Anthony Towns package with something to get KD to New York and Cat to Phoenix. I can see that. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I can see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that's all I got. You got any more NBA stuff, man? That's all I got at NBA today.
That's all I got.
Oh man, so fat to the college football world, man. To the college football world. I want to say it was. I think it was the Big 12 commissioner. I do not know the gentleman's name. I can't call his name right now, but the Big 12 commissioner, and I think it might have been the Big 10 commissioner too, or at least Big 10 football fans on social media, whatever, make a big deal out of this every offseason. But the SEC plays 8 conference games. The Big 10, I think all the other, I think the rest of them play 9 conference games. The SEC plays 8. So they make this big deal about the SEC only plays this. They want the SEC to play 9 conference games. The SEC commissioner Greg Sankey said in so many words, "Fuck no, we're not doing that." Wow, we already got the hardest damn conference, and everybody
Yeah,
goes in and makes it out to be this thing and this, that, and the fourth. And the SEC just think they're better than everybody, but they're really not. And as the Big Ten that called up, the Big Ten got the pass to national championships. So, Fat, I want to ask you, and granted, disclaimer, we're Alabama fans, right?
yeah.
Do you think the Big Ten has passed the SEC as the best conference in college football?
Just like I said about the SGA being the best player in the world, conversation and stuff like that. I'm not really a recency bias guy like that. Nigga, I see what the SEC did the past 15 to 20 years. Like, besides, you know, Michigan and Ohio State, hell, the years before, come on, man, like, the playoffs has been intact for how many years? From
The first
2014?
iteration of the college football playoff was in 2014.
Like, Bama and Georgia then won. Bama then won 3 of them, and Georgia then won 2 of them.
Facts.
LSU,
LSU done won one.
LSU then won 1 of them. Like, it's hard for me to say that they just then override the SEC because it's like, nigga, the SEC still been dominating. Like, they still dominant. Like, I can't go as far as to say that. The Big Ten is now they trying to make a little noise, you know what I'm saying, about time. It's been forever. Like, of course, like finally they making noise, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really say that they have passed the SEC. I think that's crazy. But they like right now they're definitely, putting the Big Ten back on the map. I say that. Like the Big Ten is like you can talk about the Big Ten a little bit now, but like the SEC is still the best conference in football. Like that's why during the playoffs and stuff, like whenever the 12 team playoffs, that's why people was like, you know, teams like South Carolina and other teams that felt like they should have got in because they played harder schedules. Like we played hard schedules, man. Like the SEC is hard. It's hard to win in the SEC. Like going to Auburn or going to LSU at nighttime and going to these different environments in the SEC, it's not easy to win these games, man. It's very hard to beat these teams in their home field. Like the SEC, definitely. Like I can't speak for other conferences, but I know in the SEC, it's hard to go on the road and win games, bro. It's hard to do that. Like, and that's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the fact of that that Kentucky and all them teams on the same level is Bama. It ain't nothing like that. But it's like when they play in the SEC, like the SEC, when they play a team like Georgia or Bama, they gonna get their best. Especially if you playing them at home, like you gonna get the best of the best in the SEC, man. It don't get no better than that. Like the SEC been running the college football for as long as me and you been alive, man. So it's like it's hard for me to say that the Big Ten has like came and over, they done conquered the SEC. Like, no, I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? But the Big Ten right now, I would say, like you can talk about they can be talked about a little bit more than what they have. You know what I'm saying? The Ohio State and Michigan have won the last recent championships. So I can't knock them, you know what I'm saying, for what they did recently, but just over time, just the totality of it, no. The Big Ten is not over the SEC. That's crazy as hell to me. No.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest, right? You remember when, and it was this one that long ago, matter of fact, when Georgia went back to back and they started calling Georgia the new Alabama. Do you remember that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I thought that was, extremely stupid, but
that was
extremely stupid.
Yeah.
Calling the Big Ten the best conference in college football. After that, they won back-to-back national championships. Okay, cool. It's extremely stupid. It's not close. It's not close. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not close.
No.
Follow me for a second. I saw somebody on Twitter today trying to compare the middle of the pack SEC program against the middle of the pack Big Ten program. We are Alabama fans. Who are our biggest rival?
Auburn.
Somebody tried to compare Auburn and Minnesota, and I felt disrespected for Auburn.
Yeah, for real, dead ass.
Auburn, and guess what? Auburn has been down the past 4 or 5 years. It ain't been great. They fucked up hiring that Harsin dude. He set that program back. They trying to get their shit back together. We'll see what Auburn be. Yeah. I don't make this an Auburn goddamn topic.
Yeah.
I seen somebody try to compare Iowa and Florida. Right?
Crazy.
Follow me. I don't even want to talk just the middle of the pack program. Let's get towards the upper echelon of these conferences, right?
Yeah.
Name me the last game Penn State won against somebody that they weren't supposed to beat. And take them and compare the Penn State of the Big Ten can be LSU from the SEC.
You said, do I think?
Since me and you been watching college football long enough to understand what the fuck is going on, who the better program, LSU or Penn State?
It's not a question. LSU by far. LSU the one the natty.
It's not close.
LSU the one the natty.
Let's go further. Alabama's run of dominance puts them in a tier alone by themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that as a Bama fan. That's not the Bama fan in me.
No.
That's not the Bama fan. That's the facts. I'm taking Bama out of this.
Yeah.
Right? So who will start at the top for the Big Ten will be Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ohio State and Georgia. What do they see today as programs? I say they're on pretty equal foot.
Yeah.
Ohio State just won a ring.
Yeah.
Congrats to them. Shout out to Tom.
Yeah.
2 years before that, Georgia just went back to back.
Yeah.
Shout out to Peace.
Yeah.
So for me, we talking upper echelon. Michigan just got back relevant.
Exactly.
Michigan just got back relevant.
Just got back relevant.
I know can look at this and say, "Oh man, when they beat Alabama back to back years, fine." Congrats.
They did, yeah.
Congrats. But guess what? Just because Michigan beat Alabama, that don't stake the flag that the Big Ten has surpassed the SEC. They keep bringing up, oh man, Illinois beat South Carolina in the bowl game last year. My nigga, South Carolina, real deal, thought they had a legitimate case to get to the college football playoff. When they didn't make the playoff, they did not give a damn to play in that bowl game against Illinois.
Yeah, exactly.
If Illinois played South Carolina during their regular season, when they got there really fully invested in winning games, thought they had something extra to play for, I guarantee you, when South Carolina got hot, winning like 6 or 7 games straight, Illinois did not want to see South Carolina. They did not want to. They did not want to see South Carolina.
And that's teams that we got to play in this conference. So that's what I'm saying.
People talking about the SEC needs to play add a nice conference game. When you go back and you check these schedules at the end of the regular season, out of 12 to 15 of the hardest, stricter schedules, all be SEC schools.
Exactly.
I fucking wonder why.
Exactly.
Real talk. I'm not trying to disrespect what Ohio State did last year. I picked them in the preseason to win it all. I thought it was the best team in the country all year last year. I thought Ohio State at their top end was better than anybody in college football. Like I think they proved that over time, right?
Yeah.
Go look at Ohio State's schedule last year compared to Georgia.
Yeah.
It's not comparable. It's not comparable. Definitely. I watched Crane and Company, a show that you put me on to, Crane and Company.
Yeah.
I showed you the video the other day of them previewing Clemson season. I looked at Clemson's schedule.
Yeah.
Look at that schedule. Clemson finna play. And go look at the schedule that Alabama finna play this year. And tell me these are equal.
No.
So, excuse me for not playing one extra conference game. DFA, I'm gonna tell you, this day, they might drop this day might drop moment right here. When they say, oh man, well, in the SEC they always play a FCS opponent like Mercer or Furman or one of the smaller schools in November. Like they don't play the motherfuckers in September and October.
Yeah, bitch, we didn't play everything. Nigga, they beat the fuck up by the time they played them. Nigga, look who they didn't play. Nigga, by this time we didn't play Georgia. Niggas didn't play goddamn LSU. Niggas didn't play South Carolina. Like niggas didn't play motherfuckers, bro. Like that's why, hell, that's a privilege for us. We earned it. We deserved it. We earned that privilege. Like nigga, the SEC, like I say, it's hard to win in the SEC. You can take LSU and put them in the ACC. They gonna win 10 games in the ACC. LSU will win 10 games in the ACC, bro.
Easily.
Like dead easily, man. Like, come on, bro.
Easily.
That's why we sit up and say
and put them in the big. If you put Big LSU in the Big Ten, they've been the best program in the Big Ten. They've been the second best program in the Big Ten for the past 15 years.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Easily.
Like
easily.
I'm not trying to disrespect the Big Ten. I respect the Big Ten. I respect Ohio State. I respect Michigan. I think y'all kind of overrate Penn State. They kind of big game chokers to me. Y'all kind of overrate Oregon. They kind of big game chokers to me. But I do respect Ohio State, and I respect Michigan because they done beat us twice back to back years. I gotta respect them.
Yeah. I don't respect Oregon. But I don't really respect Oregon.
This Penn State shit missed me with USC. She's just ready to push them. Missed me with USC.
Yeah.
Miss me living
Oregon. Have you seen Oregon's schedule?
If we gonna get to USC territory, go to USC territory, now you have to go way back to 2004, 2005. Since then, the Florida Gators have won 2 national championships. Yeah, they more relevant to USC. LSU has won 2 national championships, 2007 and 2019. Since 2004, the Auburn Tigers have won a national championship and played 2010. 2010. They won in 2010, got to it, and played in 2014.
2013, I meant to say 2013.
They won in 2010, lost in 2013.
Yeah, lost in 2013. Yeah.
So, in fact, my point is, Notice how I'm talking about teams winning and competing for championships. This is across the conference. This ain't one or two
Yeah,
teams.
exactly,
Guess what?
exactly.
The reason we went to the college football playoff is because the SEC was so dominant that they
That's the
began to
dominance.
fear the college football was going to begin to lose money and fans
Hey
were going to
Q,
lose interest because the SEC was so dominant that the sport was becoming too regional. So they integrated a playoff
yeah,
to give other teams
yeah.
more chances to win a national championship. As soon as
Hey
we come
Q,
to the playoff, it took some years for it to happen. But guess what eventually happens? You end up getting what? An all SEC
you
national
see,
championship.
that's the
You got it
championship.
twice.
Yeah,
2017, Alabama versus
in,
Georgia,
in
the famous
2021,
2nd and 26 walk-off tour Devontae Smith play, and then in
in
2021 when
2021.
Georgia beat Alabama with
Yeah.
Bryce Young.
Q, you just named like 6 or 7 SEC teams in recent years. See, you the
Fact,
name like six or
fact.
seven SEC teams in
Before
recent
the Big
years, bro.
Ten just went back to back, SEC won 4 in a row before then.
Exactly. Like that's
2019
what we talk
LSU,
about. That's the
2020
dominance.
Alabama, 21
That's
and
the
22
dominance.
Georgia went back to back.
Dominance. That's the dominance we talking about.
Like
That's why this is
the
not a
recency
conversation.
bias is what are you talking about? Fat, this
There's no
again, they're
recent.
trying to say,
Yeah,
oh, the NIL got the schools up north with all the money. How? So
exactly.
NIL became legal, if I'm not mistaken, in 2021. Since then, the Big Ten has won 2 national championships. The SEC has won 2 national championships.
2 national championship. Yeah. What the fuck
So
y'all
when I
talking about?
take that into account, now I bring in all the history that comes in
Yeah.
with it. It's a landslide for the SEC.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's not close.
Go check recruiting rankings. When you look at the
Q,
top 10 and 15 of
you
recruiting
just
rankings,
like I said.
most of these schools are from the SEC. Like you can't
Yes.
compare Auburn and Minnesota. Minnesota don't
Yes.
recruit like Auburn.
Yes.
Iowa
Exactly.
don't recruit like Florida.
No. Exactly. Like I said, you
Am I
named
making
6
this
or
up?
7 teams. You named 6 or 7 teams for the past like 15, 20 years
Like, come
that's
on, man.
been dominating in the SEC. That just lets you know how dominant the SEC been. Nigga,
Fact, the
it's
SEC has been
teams.
so dominant, we've literally played each other for the national championship. Literally.
Nigga, our mid-level
3 times.
teams that won. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. Our mid-level teams got titles in the SEC. Like the mid-level, SEC in the middle of the pack, SEC teams got titles.
Yeah, come on, man.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like our little homies got titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Fat, this is not a conversation to me.
It's not a conversation. It's definitely not a conversation.
To me. The Big Ten got to win 2 more of them back to back for me to start entertaining this.
Yeah, I can't entertain that. The SEC been running this shit for 15, 20 years.
20 years of dominance because you won back-to-back titles. Because y'all been ready to get this anti-SEC propaganda off.
Yeah, y'all been wanting to get that propaganda off for a long time.
What about the NFL? What about the NFL draft? Who end up getting more players selected from their conference? It's always the SEC.
It's SEC.
And not just first round picks, literally total draft picks.
The whole draft, yeah.
It's every year.
It's every year, man.
So you're telling me that this conference wins the most championships and they produce the most NFL talent. They recruit the best. Not saying every SEC program recruits better than every Big Ten program. That would be me lying. I'm talking about across the conference.
Yeah, across the conference. Yeah.
So if we recruit better, produce more NFL talent, win more titles, how is it not the best conference?
Exactly. SEC is the best conference.
Don't try to take the fact that you went back to back and now all of a sudden you the best conference. I told the motherfucker, the fact that y'all have Purdue in y'all conference as a conference game, you might as well be playing Mercer.
That's why I don't like the recency bias shit. That's why I told you that. Because recency bias,
what are you talking about?
Recency bias makes you forget what happened, what's been happening for the past ever. Like recency bias make you forget shit. It really do. Like it really do, man. Like that's why I don't fall into that.
Indiana last year and convinced themselves that was a top 5 team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Man, stop, man.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like it's
In,
recent
Indiana last year lose 4 or 5 games in the SEC easily.
for sure, for sure, for
Easily.
sure. This team wouldn't even been talked about in the SEC. Nobody would have been talking about them. Nobody.
They get buried in the SEC.
The Indiana was not good last year. They were not a good football team. They played
I
some
don't care what
bullshit. Look
nobody
at
try
their
to
schedule.
tell you. I have eyes. I watched it.
Look at the schedule. Just go look at the schedule and look who they play, man. This is not comparable to the SEC. Stop.
It's not.
Stop it. It's not
And
comparable to
guess
the
what?
SEC.
I thought
Stop.
I thought Texas had a very favorable schedule last year. I did. Even Texas' schedule was much tougher than Indiana's, man.
Yeah. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
But you know what? I want to end this episode on a different note, man, because we ain't really been talking much music on here lately.
Yeah.
But man, the GOAT, you know what I'm saying, always been my GOAT rapper, my favorite rapper of all time. The Carter
Yeah.
series, man, we got another edition of it coming Friday. Lil Wayne is releasing the Carter 6 Friday, man. So, fam, we can make this quick, man. We ain't got to do no deep dive on it because I want to talk more about it next week after we be done heard it. But what are your
Yeah.
expectations for the Carter 6?
To be honest, Q, in this stage of Wayne's career, I really don't have no expectations for it because I don't want to be the guy that judge it off of what he used to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I don't want to be the guy to say, okay, I want him to do this because this what it was in 2009. Like that
Okay.
ain't why I'm at with it. So I'm just listening, just being a listener of it, just because Wayne one of my favorite rappers, and I appreciate all the content and all the music he done put out over the years. So I'm just gonna enjoy it just for that, just for the appreciation of Wayne. So I really ain't got no expectations, but I don't think it's gonna be a bad album, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like me thinking it's gonna be the next coming of Carter 3, I'm not expecting that. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't what I do. Like I know Wayne is in his 40s now, so Wayne ain't as hungry as he was in 2008, nigga. Like he's not. It's hard to be that hungry again. Like I know people say you can unlock a new, whatever, but it's kind of hard to unlock that when you didn't see, like you didn't live that life already, and you kind of like, nigga, I already did it, so it's kind of like, nigga, I'm bored with it now. Like I'm solidified. I done did what I want to do for this hip hop game. I've influenced many, the ones that people are fans of today. Wayne that had an influence on them in some kind of way. So I ain't got no expectations for this album. I think it's gonna be a good album though, but you can't go in there with them listening ears of it being prime Lil Wayne. Like you can't go in there with them listening ears. You're gonna disappoint yourself. So that's why I'm just listening just because I appreciate Wayne, man. I've been wanting to hear some new Wayne. I know he gonna have some goddamn songs that he using hella metaphors that you never heard before. And I'm just ready for the bars, man.
Man, for me, my expectations, I ain't gonna tell you, man, my expectations, or at least what I would like to hear, I just really want to hear Wayne Spaz over some crazy beats.
Yeah.
I just want to hear
Yeah.
Wayne Spaz over some crazy beats, man. And if because just me being the fan of Wayne that I am, and I think I just found this out not too long ago. I think I saw it on a Lil Yachty. It was a video of Lil Yachty talking about Lil Wayne, some clip that I saw. Wayne, if I'm not mistaken, has never sold under 100,000 copies the first week with any of his
Yeah.
solo albums ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would like Wayne to keep that streak alive just because I'm just a
Yeah.
fan of Wayne.
Yeah.
That's not really important to me, like, to be honest. But as far as
Yeah.
the actual music itself, I saw the features, at least what was the list that put out supposed to be the features on the album a while back. I'm not sure how accurate that list was. That list that I saw lowered my expectations. I'm not gonna lie. It went a bunch of heavy hitters on a bunch of motherfuckers that I didn't even know, to be honest. I'm just not
Yeah.
exactly sure how legit that list was, so I didn't really take nothing into it. I think this album is gonna be, I think it's gonna be a damn good album, man. We ain't had a Carter since 2018. 7 years in the making. I think
Yeah.
Wayne been sitting back plotting, man. He's a musical genius. I think Wayne finna give you some crack on this album. Is it gonna be received the same as Lollipop was in '08? No, because it's no longer 2008. Like, I think people don't understand
Okay.
when you hit a certain peak, you can hit that peak again. I don't care how good of a song Drake put out. Drake will never put out another Controller.
No.
It don't matter what he do.
Or
He'll never put out
God's
another
plan.
Controller.
Or
You
God's
understand what I'm
plan.
saying? So I say that's kind of why I met with it for Wayne. I'm ready to hear the album, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been waiting. I'd have had this date circled for the past 2-3 months. Ever since he announced he was driving it, I'm ready to hear the Carter 6, man. I've been ready to hear
Yeah.
some new Wayne. I've been ready to
Yeah.
hear some new Wayne. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this album's gonna be better than folks think. But you got the
Yeah.
internet now, man, so full of people really that hate on the legends of yesterday. The internet, man, they
Yeah.
probably do what they do, man, try to crack jokes and criticize it. But me,
Yeah.
I'm listening to the album, man. I'm going to judge it fairly. I'm going to give it a fair shot. If I think it's flames, I'm going to say it's flames. If I think it's good, I'm going to say it's good. If I don't think it's all that great, I'm going to say it wasn't all that great to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a problem saying that because I'm a
Yeah.
fan. Like, fans,
Yeah.
be clear. Wayne, they got to put nothing else out for me.
No.
I
Not
got
for
no
me.
Wayne to last me.
Yeah, for sure.
You
For
know,
sure.
that's my thought on it, man. But I had to make sure we got that in there, man. Lil Wayne dropping, man. Carter 6 is dropping. I'm ready to check it out. Oh, man. In fact, you got anything else, man?
I think we done touched on about everything, like we said we was for the show, so I really ain't got nothing else really.
Oh, man. Well, we thank y'all for tuning in, man, and listening in and checking in with us, man. This is No Excuses, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. And we out.
We out, man.